What is up, guys, and welcome to a special interview with ourselves, Guarani Vision, the first ever podcast dedicated to Paraguayan football in English. As always, I'm Roberto Rojas, and joining me with Fede Perez is Fabio Meza, FreakiFabi, famous Paraguayan. I'm gonna say famous because why the fuck not? Because it's a famous Paraguayan-American fan, influencer, soccer, taking his live from TSTs over there in North Carolina, showing us the vibes, and obviously the vibes are gonna be big for Paraguay heading into the World Cup. And I gotta ask you this, Fabio. I guess we'll start off, bro. I'm seeing green. I'm seeing the World Cup. I'm seeing all the soccer mood. It's making you more excited than ever for the World Cup in 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, first of all, Fede and Roberto, thank you for having me on. Yeah, we're here at TST. They had the soccer tournament. For those who don't know, it's the $1 million 7v7 tournament. Where yeah, we're in North Carolina. They had to move it up a year. Sorry, a week because of the World Cup. They didn't want to conflict, and yeah, it's just you feel all the vibes here. Big tournament, a lot of teams here. Kun Aguero's got a team. Gerard Piqué has a team. My team's with Sebastian Giovinco. So yeah, I haven't seen many Paraguayans though this year. Lucas Barrios has played in the tournament. Osvaldo Martinez played in the tournament. I've played in the past, but this year I'm more on the staff, and we want to actually try to win this thing. So it's addition with subtraction taking me off this team.
There, there you go. But hey, at least you're there. That's all that matters, bro. Because I know it's gonna be a big World Cup for you. And I gotta ask you, man. Like, firstly, just how are you feeling about it? Me and Feather were just talking a couple of minutes ago, just feeling the excitement. Like we're 2 weeks away from the game against the U.S. and just the whole group. I mean, I gotta ask you, bro. Like, what is your feeling heading into this one, man? Honestly.
I mean, I'm more hyped than ever. This is the most anticipated World Cup in my opinion. Not just because it's been 16 years, but I also think because it's in our home country, in the United States. I think there's a little more emotional connection to it as well because my cousin's got Tito. So I just feel so. And the first game is against USA, so I don't know. I just feel like there's so much. Hype and just I don't know. I don't think I've ever been so hyped for any game in my life. Like for me, this first game is a final in many ways. You know,
And
uh, one against USA, Paraguay, USA. I feel like it's a final in many cases because like one, it's just an important match that's going to set the tone for the whole tournament. But two, it's just like a almost like a crescendo of like my career, my life. Just being in the sports media world. And covering soccer, football, both, USMNT and Paraguay, and just, having really, hopefully it's just a nice day, great game, big celebration. But hopefully Paraguay gets the win, man, because, yeah, I just think they deserve it a little more. They don't have like the resources that a U.S. soccer has, for example, like their new facility in Atlanta is out of this world. Arthur Blank just cut a crazy check. Like they just have so many resources and stuff, but the Guarani is so unique, and like the that we got kids historically growing up playing with like orange peels and stuff, and like a Nelson Ido Valdez or like a Romero, like the Romero twins. Like a lot of these guys come from nothing, and so I just think that these guys like Paraguay just deserves it. I think our fans care a lot more than the U.S. fans, and I'm excited. But I hope that U.S. can kind of grow from this as well. I hope U.S. soccer can grow from this experience as well, because yeah, they have everything to be great. But right now it's just not there.
Course.
It's Paraguay's time. It's Paraguay's
It
time.
it is their time. And I feel like, in Fed that you can jump in a bit. I feel like they're kind of, not talking about as much. I'm seeing like the World Cup rankings, everyone picking their dark horses, and we're on the we're on the low for something. I like that because, Fede and Fabi, of course, we've seen World Cups. We've seen them always talk, I don't want to say badly, but they have obviously like just underrate us completely. They won't get out of their groove, they won't do much, and then they go in surprise. I mean, I see the same case this time around, even if it's been 16 years, because that got out what I need, that kind of heritage, the history. You can't replicate that, but you can't fool people with that, is what I'm saying.
Sorry, there's a train or something coming by, but yeah, I completely agree with everything you're saying, man. But I like being under the radar. They'll talk about us when we're meant to be talked about. I think right now, like Justo Villar says, we got to be realistic. It's one game at a time. So right now, it's just like number one before anything. get the team figured out. So get everyone to camp, get the final roster in. Okay, June 1st, final roster in. Next, we have our final dress rehearsal against Nicaragua. I will be in attendance in the stadium, and then it's the next day they leave that next night. So sleep in a little bit, and then it's all attention on USA. And I'm not just talking about USMNT, but you got to get accustomed to the hotel. You got to get accustomed to the weather. You got to get accustomed to just the language. Like the training facility, the grass. Like there's a lot of little factors that go into this, but I'm so confident in not just the players, but the APF has done a good job of sending people early to examine, and I just think that we're going to be as ready as we're going to possibly be. I know we got some injuries too, some bad luck at the end of this past season, but I just think that we have everything it takes. Next man up too. We have some depth. I think that there's if we had it all figured out, Alfaro would have put the lineup out already. But we do have those final spots. They can go either way. Especially at that striker position. So yeah, I'm hyped, but I'm also like, tranqui, one day at a
Yeah,
time,
there
one
you
season at
go.
a
That's what
time.
I was waiting
I got
for.
I got to focus on winning this $1 million at TST. Like if I can, that would be nice to get a little check from that little piece of that million. Going into the World Cup would be nice, but yeah, man.
You social media people, you got every week you got something to do, Fabio. I'm always following your stuff, man. I'm always enjoying your content here from Paraguay. I know a lot of people from Paraguay, English speaking people, and Paraguayans all over the world follow your content, and we enjoy it so much because you also give that fun side to it. You're always funny, and we always love what you're doing, the way that you represent our country. Also, that's why we wanted to have you on. And I wanted to ask you more specifically about your reaction and people around you, because just like you and Roberto, you guys live in the U.S. So when that draw happened and people saw that, okay, the U.S. is gonna play Paraguay, were they thinking, okay, this is just the rival we needed for that first game, we're gonna win easily? Or are they thinking, oh no, watch out for this underdog team because nobody really knows them? I even remember when I used to live in the US and I would tell people, yeah, I got family members from Paraguay. People would be like, where is Paraguay, right? Is this the opportunity for Paraguay to make themselves known in the US against a team that everybody's hoping for them to have the big World Cup, because it is some sort of advantage to play at home field in California?
No, it's for sure. I think that, I mean, anyone knows, like, being Paraguayan, there's not many of us, like, but it's one of those things where it's like we're also all over the map. Luckily through this experience, I've been able to like travel, meet Paraguayans in Japan and in Madrid and in Europe, and in Argentina there's a bunch, and obviously in Paraguay. But like to have this opportunity to open a World Cup against a host country, and it's not just any host country, it's USA, which, Paraguay is part of the Americas, South America, like we're there is that connection there, a lot of Paraguayans strive to move to the States. They want to come visit, it's just, it's big brother to us, even you see how Santi and Trump act, like there's a relationship there. We're very similar in a lot of ways, obviously very different in a lot of ways. But I just think that this is our opportunity, like you said, to just show the world who we are, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch as well. I think that's a big part of, the World Cup is culture. We talk about the 2010 World Cup with like the Vuvuzelas, in Brazil, you had obviously there's no bigger culture than Brazil when it comes to football, and even in this past World Cup in Qatar, you saw a big Middle Eastern presence, like that. It's just a different take of this game. So I just think this is going to be our opportunity to show Paraguayan football, but not just Paraguayan football, but in the States. It's going to be unique, man. It's going to be unique, and it's going to be a party, dude. I hope you guys are ready to turn up because we're gonna get
Absolutely,
crazy.
bro. I feel envious for Fede. He's going to be in Paraguay for the whole thing. I mean, as much as we're celebrating the World Cup here, we're going to be able to watch it there. I can't imagine what's going to be like over there in Paraguay. The games at night, asados, beers, all that kind of stuff, man. It's going to be a good
I
experience.
don't know, dude. As much as I'd love to be in Paraguay, bro,
Mm.
I can't wait to be in LA in that freaking stadium somehow. I don't have a ticket. I think the ticket prices are absurd, but I'm gonna figure it out like I usually do. And like, just I don't know, like, I just think that there's like, trust me, I've been to how many games in Paraguay at the Defensores. I'm gonna be at that at that stadium. The Amistoso against Nicaragua. But
Despedida.
Roberto,
Despedida.
there's nothing like being at a World Cup, Roberto. There's nothing like it. I mean, the closest thing is the Olympics, I would say. But like, when you go out of your hotel zone, go to a fan zone, you're partying with Japanese people, Ghanaians. You're partying with Brazilians. You're partying with Americans. Like it's all just like it's all happiness. It's all good vibes. And so, yeah, as much as I would love to be in Paraguay, don't get me wrong. Like, I just think that there's nothing like being there and experiencing, because like you can always go to Paraguay and watch any game and it's gonna be fun. But it's such like a one of one situation where you have all these mix of cultures in one place, kind of like just like colliding, and just you feel that energy, and it's like survive in advance. You don't know what city you're gonna be in tomorrow, so it's that like tournament, that uncertainty is just it's unmatched. And that's why I love TST, because it's like it's win or go home. Every game ends in there's just something about tournaments, man. Short windows, Copa Americas, like just that. I just love being there. I love just feeling the vibes. And I'm gonna bring as much of that Paraguayan energy there, because I know it's hard, like not everyone can travel. It's a privilege to be able to go out there, especially have the relationship I have with like the players and stuff. So I definitely, it's one that I don't take for granted, and I try to just like capture as much great content, share as much positivity as I can, so people at least can get like a little glimpse of it. But yeah, if I could, I would bring everyone, bro, everyone with me.
Yeah, we love those vibes that you gave us, Fabio. You always show us a little bit of the locker room, a little bit of that privacy that we don't usually get to see from the players. Also, hopefully you do that during this World Cup. Even though we know FIFA has a lot of restrictions around the players and how close you can actually get to them, but you've always been there in that locker room. And I wanted to ask you about the whole journey, because you were with them at their lowest, at their worst, and now you've been with them also in this high, going to the World Cup, in the celebration, and in these last friendly. How do you see the mood in that locker room? Do you feel that same speech that we've heard from you in these last couple of minutes? We want to be world champions. We want to go and compete in the World Cup. Do you think it's already installed in there with Alfaro and the boys, the mentality of going into this World Cup and being one of the best teams?
100%. We're going in to be champions, but like it's like a balance, bro. It's like you don't win a championship just in the championship game. You got to win every single, like it's a process. And even look, Argentina last World Cup, they lost their first game. So it's like it really is one game at a time. But yeah, I mean, talking to all the players, all like the coaches, like everyone is going to win. Everyone's going to go as far as we can. Obviously, like we don't want to be unrealistic and say, oh, we're gonna go in and win the World Cup. No, it's the best in the world. Like it's not just like a flip of a switch and you just win. A lot of things have to go our way. But yeah, I think as far as like this journey goes, that you touched on, um, it was crazy. Copa America 2024 in the States. I remember being at the team hotel for the first game against Houston, and everyone's just like walking head down. A few of them dapped me up, but like the energy was so much different, And then I feel like that Olympic Games really set the tone. We started winning, We started seeing Julio score some goals and take a leadership. Diego Gomez was the captain of that team, you talk about a 23-year-old that was thrusted into like, a team that had Balbuena, who was the captain of the Selección Absoluto at the time. So like just seeing them evolve from that and then just get on a win, and just seeing like no fans in Uruguay to like this past combo. And I remember the last one in Peru, where we already qualified in Peru, that last eliminatoria match. And we had a big section of Paraguayans there. It's just, yeah, it's just amazing to see everyone kind of just jump on and add this. Like it's been like almost like an avalanche of positive energy. Obviously, Paraguayans are gonna be Paraguayans and have like their little humor and funny comments here and there, but for the most part, I think it's been very, very positive, and I think that's what's gonna be the differentiator of us, is getting the entire country behind us. We need everyone. It doesn't matter if you're in Paraguay, if you're LA, if you're in Japan, whatever, like that collective energy is what's going to take us far, man. It's really the players feel that. You know, I feel that every time someone comments on a video and stuff. You know, that all that energy just like it all like accumulates and it's all like extremely powerful. So yeah, that's my message to the Paraguayans. Just like just keep bringing it, help wherever you can, support wherever you can. If it's and help your fellow Paraguayan and just try to be the best Paraguayan you can be for the world.
Well said. I want to finish it off with one more question, Fabio, and I'll let you go. And again, thank you for taking the time to do it. I guess, you send your message to the Paraguayans, you send the message to us, of course. We feel inspired as well. It's almost as if we have a coach there. He's doing your best Alfaro impression. But I guess I want to ask you, what's the one thing from everyone around the world that's going to be watching Paraguay, not just Americans, everyone, because the World Cup is the big event. What is that one thing you want them to know about us, not just as a national team, but also as a country and just what to expect next month?
I think that we're hardworking, and I would say that we're fun, and like that. I also would like people to just honestly like put it almost on people's radars to visit too. It's a fun place to visit. I know there's no beach, and like Brazil, you're next to Brazil and Argentina, so those places are a little more sexy on the map to go to. But go to Paraguay, you're gonna have a great time. It's like the safest. It's very safe right now, I would say, all things considered. It's developing very rapidly. Um, come hang out. Come interact with Paraguayans. Come eat some good food. Come go on a
You got a World
rooftop
Cup in
pool.
4 years. You got another World Cup in 4 years. You got that
Exactly.
too.
So like there's gonna be a game, there's at least one game, potentially more, in Paraguay. So yeah, just come visit Paraguay, man. Come check it out and yeah, like I just really just want to be more integrated in the world. I want to be like, like just people I just want to be on people's just them to just know that we exist and that we're cool people.
I think that's the message out of here. Now, not only do we prove ourselves that we're good on the pitch, and hopefully that we can do that, but also as relevant as a country as well. So well said, Fabi. I guess we'll finish it off here. And again, thank you again. But for those that want to reach out to you and obviously go and follow you, where can people find you?
Hit me up on Instagram, TikTok at FreakiFabi, at Freaky on YouTube as well. And yeah, thank you guys for the time. And honestly, like anyone out there that's listening to this, just hit me up, send me a DM, let me know what the plan is. Let's try to organize, and yeah. And also brands out there, yo, hit me up with the brand deals, son. I need to get some brand deals, yo. I see too many of these bum ass creators getting these deals that freaking like, come on. Like,
Puma,
let's
get him a
brother up.
deal. Puma, Pilsen, all those guys. Get this guy
All
a
those
deal.
guys, bro. I'm like, yo, like,
This
Bueno
guy really
Bangs, bro.
works.
Yeah, come
Exactly.
on, yo. Hook a brother up. Hook a brother up.
There you go. There you go. All right, man. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for everyone listening in. For myself, Roberto Rojas, Fede Perez, and Freaky Fabi, Tranqui Nomas. We're going to do well at the World Cup. Thank you so much for listening in. See you soon.
Peace.